I came across a quote this week by Thomas Merton in his book No Man is an Island. This is the quote. It says, "The beginning of love is to let those we love be perfectly themselves, and not to twist them to fit our own image. Otherwise we love only the reflection of ourselves we find in them." That idea really stuck with me this week, in part because I think sometimes we as Christians, we as the church, get accused of loving people who either already look and think and believe like we do, or whom our love is conditional on on them being able to reflect what we care about and the things that matter to us. That we love people who share our values, and we love people who worship the same God we do. But all too often we find it much more difficult to love someone whose lifestyle or whose beliefs or whose values differ from our own. And I thought it was really interesting in that quote that he talks about how love isn't really love if what we're trying to do is to make them look like us or believe like us or think like us. Really, our love is just for ourselves, because all we really love is the reflection of ourselves we find in them. I know that it's challenging to love people whose values are different than your own, whose political identities are different than your own, whose sexualities or race are different than our own. Those kinds of things, those diversities, they pose challenges for us. They can make us uncomfortable because they rub up against our own values, and that's not always a pleasant experience. But I don't want to be the kind of person who waits for somebody else to change and look like me before I can love them. I don't want to be. I want to more clearly reflect the person of Jesus, who loved people because they were people, and let the love change both of us. Recognize that there's changing that needs to take place in me as much as in anyone else, and that when I enter into relationship with somebody, when I love someone and allow them to love me, those relationships necessarily change us. Love cannot just change one side. Love will change both participants, both the lover and the beloved. And so that's the kind of love that I think that God is calling us to participate in. That's the kind of love that I think Thomas Merton is talking about. And I can't speak for all of us, but I hope that all of us want to love with the kind of love that we have received from God. A love that was there before we ever chose to take on a certain set of beliefs or a certain set of values, and a love that is not dependent upon those kinds of things. That's the love that we've received from God, and I think that's the love that we are called to show and to offer to the world around us.